Alright, so doing my best as well I can. So bear with me, this is my first one I'm doing. Alright, so on Sardegna Road Track C, just give you an idea, my very first braking point, I come down here, obviously doing full speed. I tend to come right down here to this point. If you see on the right hand side, you try to get your two right wheels on the blue, okay? Between these two red barriers here, just at the 100 meter mark is where I start braking. Alright? Obviously brake, start hard on the brake, slowly release. You do like a trail braking into the moment you get to that apex point. I'll get back into that point over there. Over here on your left, you'll see this apex point here. Just as I get to this area here, I'm going to start accelerating. The idea is to from here already be flat out. It feels like the car slightly drifts to the right, and you know you've done it correctly. A trick I find around this corner, because the Lexus does like to understeer, is if you just clip this curve on the inside here, it helps with the rotation on the left. Try to stay on it as much as possible. Then you can keep your throttle at full speed. Coming around to this section here, this is where I start braking. Here's at the red, just before the blue section here. This is where I start braking down, coming down to, I brake down to about second gear. Also again, trail braking. As I clip the curve over here on the left side, I floor it and I get onto the, try to get back to speed coming out. Now this one is a confusing one sometimes. It's difficult on finding a brake mark over here. So what I have tried is more or less this place over here. I try to brake on the, look on the barrier on the left where it starts. On the left there. That's where I start braking. Okay, so I brake down also to about third gear, dropping down to second, get rotation in, try to stay on the inside as much as possible. I'd rather a slow entrance here so that I have full speed coming out of the corner. Alright, you can max it out. Fellow YouTuber Dina inside the lobby, okay. So you want to get max speed out there. Obviously you want to maximize your straight line speed down, your speed down this area. So hence you want to get your maximum speed coming out of the corner to give you maximum speed down the straight. That makes sense. And coming to this corner tends to be what catches a lot of people out. I'll start braking right over here, just as the blue starts. Get your two left wheels on the left hand side here. Alright. Now brake down to second. And here I try to keep speed. Don't go to below 120 k's an hour. Try to stick to 120, 130 maybe. If you're good at keeping your speed there, 135, 140 k's an hour. Good. That's great. Then coming down here, I also tend to brake just before on the blue, cutting down second gear, relatively high res on the inside of that section over there. Sometimes it does get a bit oversteery. Here is just plain straightforward, flat out. Hit the apex on this side here, coming down onto your, use the curve as much as possible. Here I brake down to third, but the thing is, is finding yourself a brake marker in this section. So what I do is I come down here. If you look on the right, there's those three boards. There's three major or large sign boards on the right hand side here. Alright. I tend to brake just on the second one over here. This is right. As it leaves my screen, you see that on the right. As it leaves my screen, that's when I start braking down. I try to stay in third gear, high revs. I try to stay in fourth, but I find myself having less exit speed coming out of here by going to fourth. So stay in third high revs as you go through the corner, change into fourth and then shoot through. So what I'll do now is just try to compile the lap as a whole for yourself to see what I do. Okay. So let me get some speed here down the straight. Alright, let's give it a bash. Nice cold tires. Alright, as I said, this very first corner, keep the two right wheels on the blue, brake between the two red barriers, down to second, trail brake. And don't hit the sand like I did there, that's bad news. We'll give it another lap after this. This is that one I told you about, try to hit the curve, you see it helps go on the inside, turning in. Great stuff, down to the apex and start flooring it. Power on the right time, down to second, keep on the inside here, you start flooring it here, good. speed coming out of the corner. Try to minimize wheels, tire squeal as much as possible. Over here, brake down to a second. Like I said, try to carry as much speed as possible through that corner. That was a bit sideways there. Again, like I said, it catches people out a lot. The second gear, hit the apex, floor it. Keep your pedal down. This is the part if you take it wrong, you end up on the grass. Down to third. And you floor it again. So try to maintain your speed through that corner. I don't know why, but you don't have rotation when you fourth gear through that corner. Right, let's try to do it. Take this first corner properly without touching the center. Yeah. There you go. That's the way you want it. Keep it tight. Just before the blue. Forward coming out. Just before the area starts. There you go. Let's get a better lap. Nice tire squeal, get onto the blue. Try to keep your speed to the corner. How you do it. And a big tip is try to cut that very last corner coming out into the straight. Try to cut as much as possible, but keep two wheels at least on the curb on the left hand side of that curve. You've got to stay right. Getting through that section now, I'll show you again. Just keep it tight. Super soft forward point. So there you go. Now I've got to make this an R18 stream because of that mistake. What I want to show you in that last corner is just how to cut it again. So you can try to stay in fourth, give it a attempt this time. Try to cut it fourth. Try to cut as much as possible, like I've done there. Two left wheels on the curbs. Okay, and that's about it. That's my attempt at a track guide. Have fun, Josh. All the best, bud.